everybody. Welcome to Lovecraft with Cass. It has been so long since I've done a video. Sadly, I've actually been really unwell. But I'm on the mend. Might hear I'm wheezy. My lungs haven't been happy. But I'm kind of well enough to sit up and do something at the moment. So, yeah, so I thought I would do some slow stitching. There won't be a lot of talking because I am quite breathless, but hope everyone is well. Sorry I haven't even checked on my channel in like a couple of months at all. And you know, for those who have subscribed already, thank you. For those who are like newly subscribed, thank you. If you've just subscribed, thank you. That's just really lovely of you, and I hope you stay around. I do hope, like ideally, like to be more consistent with putting videos out and stuff, but health has been kind of kicking me in the butt a bit, and yeah, hasn't worked out how I wanted, but hopefully we can just sit and do some low stitching today. As you can see, I've pulled out some stuff to do. I did clean my desk and then done stuff on it, which seems counterproductive, but it was clean so I could put stuff on it. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, and let's see, it's the 25th of April already. Don't know where the beginning of this year's gone. I've spent most of it in bed. Sadly, yeah, lots of reading. I've read lots of books, but this is kind of the first time I've felt really like I've done a couple of projects. I finished my crochet cardigan, which was really cool, and I've done I did make a little stitched journal for a friend, and that's pretty much all the projects I've had energy to work on. But yeah, I'm hoping that I can sit today and do some stuff with you guys. And again, thank you for being here, and thank you for those who like and subscribe my videos. It's really appreciated. And so what I'm going to be working on today, and I've just got random stuff because I did start ripping apart fabric because that's fun, but also I thought, oh, while I'm doing this, I might put the video on and bring you along with me because that might be nice. So what I want to work on is stitched hearts, and I have linked in previous videos Annie Claxton's YouTube channel. She's a fabulous human being and artist, and is running a let's see if I can get this right. Arty, Annie's Arty, Farty, Hearty swap. That might be wrong, but any medium hearts. So any kind of textile, art medium, whatever you want to do with your swap partner. All the details for the swap is in her channel and stuff. So she also has Discord and Facebook groups. But I will link her YouTube channel down below, specifically the one explaining the Farty Arty. The heart swap. I'm just going to say heart swap. It's too complicated. So I'll link that down below so you can see what I'm going on about. So I've organised with people to swap hearts, and pretty much everyone still wants stitched hearts. And he gave the option for people to do any medium for those who aren't sewers or stitchers. So which is really nice, you know, so they can be involved in a swap, which is usually a stitch swap, but this time it's a swap for any medium, which is really good. But I'm going to be doing stitching. There's one who said any medium, so I honestly don't have any ideas yet, so I'm going to leave that till last. Just hoping that, you know, while I'm doing these, something will pop into my very befuddled brain and give me an idea about what I can do that's a different medium other than stitching. But what I thought I would do for this first heart, and I hope it's not too confusing to look at. So I've started ripping up strips. I just love weaving the cloths. And so I'm just. Oh, I hope the ripping noise isn't too annoying for people. Sorry if it is, but well, you can skip ahead. I'm sorry I don't do timestamps yet. I just haven't worked that out yet. One day we'll get there. But this is my first video in a very long time, like months and months. I think maybe even before Christmas. Like, might have done one in the new year. I genuinely don't know. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well and you're able to get some crafting time in, and we'll do a blue as well, and then we'll do your neutral. Yep. Yeah, crafting time. If you've been working on projects, feel free to let me know in the comments. If you're also doing the heart swap, let me know. And you know, I've already received a couple, which actually, just give me a sec. I'll show you them. I won't say the names, and it's not to not give them credit. I haven't got the permission to. I hope I'm not showing the influence on here. Give their names out on my video channel. So they I know who they are, and I have thanked them personally. But look at this, isn't it beautiful? I just stitching some crosses and some seed stitch, and I can't remember what that's called. I can't remember, my brain's really foggy. But how beautiful is that? When I look at it and think that someone's sad and just sewn that specially for me, it just makes my heart melt. And yes, I get it. I'm feeling feelings. I have feelings. It's just so beautiful, and I just amazingly appreciate it, and I love doing these swaps so we can just spread joy this way. And so this is another one, and this is just layers of like lace, and then there's this little heart here, and there's a button, and it's just sublime. Like, how beautiful is that? And then I'll show you the back of this one. It's got cloth over all the other stitching, and then another little piece of lace stitched on there. How pretty is that? I don't think there was anything on the back of the other one. Oh, it does have a backstory. Okay, I'll show you the other one again. So that's that one, and that's the stitching on the back. I love the journey of the stitches. They're just beautiful. How's that? That's so beautiful. And yeah, so these are the ones I've received already. I've got 9 swap people that I'm doing hearts for. And oh my gosh, they're just so beautiful. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to honor these. Like, I think I'll just make a book and put everything from my swaps into one little stitch book maybe, because I'm in Australia, so I tend not to swap, do heaps, because trying to keep it in Australia, and there's a handful of us, and I think half the people I actually the same people I did swap with for the last swap that Emmy did, which was tags, and so I got messages going, do you want to swap again? Which was really lovely. I'm really excited to be able to do that. Where did I put my neutral? Oh, it flew away. I've got the fan on because it's like so muggy at the moment. It's supposed to be autumn or fall for other people, but oh my gosh, it is so muggy. It's just ugh. So I've got fans going at the moment. They're just kind of blowing everything around. Now I've noticed my strips are getting skinnier. I have to make them a bit thicker. Now this stuff is supposed to be cotton. It does feel like cotton. It's being starched with something. I had meant to like soak it all and give it a wash, but I have not got around to that yet. So you know, is what it is. So I've got this base here, which I realized after I made this base, all these squares here, you can see, they're all the right size, which is 4 inches by 4 inches. Gee, I hope I've got that right. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move that. Yeah, I just got a selection of stuff out that based on the preferences that people gave me. Some had specific preferences, and that's good, and some didn't, and that's also good. So I just grabbed out a bunch of stuff. So got my little, I like that in there. So here we go. So what we're gonna do is normally I would pin everything. I don't know where my pins are. Excuse me. Oh, I rummage a bit. Oh gosh, where have the pins gone? I don't know. We might just. I've got this little needle book. I need to redo it because I put all the needles in having it upside down. But the friends of mine, there's the mother of friends of mine made me this stitching book, needle book, when she saw that I like sewing, which is so cute. She's just, yeah, oh, it's just adorable. I love it. Gosh, I'm feeling very sentimental today. Okay, so let's get a needle, because enough. You can hear my family in the background. They're actually having dinner. Of course, I started this at, like, you know, great timing, dinner time. But that's alright. Yeah, let's do, this is a nice green. I like this. Let's see if I can undo this. So, yes, I hope you're happy to just watch some slow stitching today. It's not gonna be very well. I love it. I mean, I shouldn't put it down by saying it's not gonna be very exciting. That's not right. It's, I don't know. I mean, I love watching slow stitching videos, and I mean, I'm not sure using terminology exciting, good or bad is right for this kind of stuff. But I like it, and I hope you do too. See if I can get these in. should have brought my glasses with me. Do I have glasses? Not handy. Okay. Not very organized. Like I said, I just started ripping, and I thought, oh, I should put the video on. So I wasn't actually mentally planned to video, so I'm not very organized. But I don't know that I'm really organized when I want to do a video anyway. Oh, that's just not working well. Okay. Let's give it a trim, start again. Okay. Oh, this. Okay. We can do this. And we go. There we go. See? Yeah, all good. All good. My daughter's my daughter, sorry, child, they're non-binary, so I'm just getting used to saying they, and I'm going to put a knot in the end. I've seen other people do where they wrap around the needle, but I wrap it around my finger. That's just how I've been doing since I was very, very, very young, like probably 4 or something when I started sewing. Okay, so I'm just going to do a basic running stitch, and for this, oh, one's come off, one broke. Well, this is going marvelously. Okay, you know what, we'll just do one thread then, because why not? And we are going to, can we pull that out? Yes, we can. There we go. We're just, I'm not sure what's going on. So it just randomly broke. Maybe it's not happy. Feeling a bit discombobulated. Okay, let me get rid of this one. Okay, so that can go in the aughts jar. For those who are new to the whole stitching thing, aughts are leftover threads. Yeah. Okay. So, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by my thread breaking. I am going to just do a running stitch along the top, and I am grabbing them at random, because I just kind of want it to be higgledy-piggledy, and we just running stitch to stitch all the strips going this way, and then once we've done that, we will go the other way. So enjoy some stitching, and I'll just do this. I suppose grabbing. Okay, turning it very random, I don't think. That's okay. I'll just go with the flow. good. I'll be back in a minute. Hello, back again. Sorry about that. I just went and chatted to the family for a sec. Okay. So, I'm on camera. Yep. Oh, I should have got my glasses while I was up. And empty. Okay. Oh, well. These are all kind of doing weird things. So, you may notice this doesn't really resemble a heart yet. So I'm going to do the weaving, and kind of tack down all the material, and then I'm going to cut it in the shape of a heart, and then either whip stitch or blanket stitch around the edges to keep it all together, and then decorate. So it's kind of my plan going forward. Oh no, it's a different one. I was going to say this is not random at all. Actually, it's a different blue. There we go. It is so nice to be stitching again. Like I said, I did one little stitching project for a friend, which was a little journal, just a little A5 journal. And because I'd been unwell, it was mainly just running, I think it was all just running stitch actually. I think I did running stitch one way and then the other way. And yeah, and that's stitching. Have I done any other stitching? I did get my meditation scroll out. I need the tiniest amount on that. But yeah, I've just been so exhausted and not being able to breathe. It's not being handy at all. Did end up in hospital, and they gave me all the right medications to get better, so that was good. Okay, so one's done. I'm just going to grab another one. And I grabbed all of them. I'm not very good at random, honestly. Okay, oh, there we go. I'll do this one. I try to be random. Actually, I'm going to take that statement back. When I was sewing my cardigan, I crocheted a cardigan, and it was squares. And it was just, not the traditional granny squares, the full block squares. And because I got some, and it's all made from, oh sorry, off camera a bit. It's all made from pure wool based yarn, and I got a whole bunch from my brother and sister-in-law for a birthday, and I was just like, didn't want it just sitting in the stash, like, it was a lovely birthday present, and I thought, I do like kind of honor the present by making something for myself. So I thought, I'll make myself a cardigan, and just out of, I don't want to say laziness, it's not laziness, it's like not even efficiency, it's just, what's the word, convenience, there we go, convenience. I just made squares because I could handle a little bit at a time. Like I said, I haven't been that well for most of this year, and so yeah, it was just easy enough just to do a square here and there, and I had a bunch of pure wool yarn left over from when I made my adult tea second born blanket for their, must have been their 13th birthday. Yeah, I still had a stack of that left, and of course, you know, with squares you don't need heaps, so it's just this random mishmash of colours, and it's just, it's great. It is just like this assault to the eyeballs, like it's just colours everywhere, and I was very good at being random, picking up a square and sewing it together. The only rule was I didn't really want two squares of the same colour together. That was kind of it, but I was very good at just grabbing whatever, had them all in a big tote bag, and yeah, and I actually finished that, which was really exciting. And like when I finished projects, and like I said, in Australia it's autumn, so I might actually be able to get to wear it, because I have finished it before the cold season, not after the cold season, because winter will be coming eventually, sort of for the 2 days we usually have it. Although, you know, whatever your beliefs are on climate change or whatever, it really, like, there has been some very definitive changes in our weather in Australia, in terms of actually having some discernible seasonal differences between cold and hot, which has been shocking to the system for a lot of people. We're just used to like 9 months of like just extreme heat, sweating, fires, drought, and then 3 months of not as hot as before, and that's what it used to be. That's what I grew up with. But like last year it was like I had to go buy, well, I did make myself ponchos and stuff, but I also went and bought some, you know, fleecy winter pajamas, and you know, it was crazy. It's actually, it felt cold. It was getting below 5 degrees where we are, and we're in the tropical part of Australia. And if you've been here, you know that's crazy. Like where I live in Brisbane, absolute crazy for it to be even below 20 degrees is just unheard of. So, but it's been fairly consistent the last couple of years in winter that it has actually been getting really low, like below 10 degrees. So yeah, it's just, so, which is, you know, I mean, of course climate change isn't good, but I might get to wear my cardigan, which, you know, I made it because it's getting cold. I didn't want climate change to happen because I wanted a cardigan. I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. Okay, I hope you understand where I'm coming from, honestly. Yeah, sorry if that was a bit weird and rambly. I just didn't want it to sound like, yay for climate change so I can have a cardigan. That's not what I'm about. So this looks like a bit of a mess, but I promise you it'll be less of a mess eventually. So I'm just going down the side with the strips now. So yeah, I didn't really show you my progress. So I've got all the strips going down this way, and now I'm going across this way. Just too busy banging on about global warming, climate change, different things, potentially. Well, under the same umbrella, you know, that's a whole different discussion. There we go. See, it's kind of coming down a bit. I need to pull it up. Shove, 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 shove. Come on, move up a bit. Kind of going a bit wonky. Wonky's okay, but I'm kind of going off the thing. Okay, clip that. Alright, what do you think so far? Not too bad. Okay, so that was it. So this one goes under. Really do need to wash this material. A lot of starchy stuff they put on it. It's not like I can I can feel it wearing away as I use it. Like it's that, you know, thing they make it so it's all stiff and kind of holds its shape or whatever. But I can hear my children cackling, which is just the best sound in the universe. I love when they just sit and chat and cackle. They're adults, like they're in their 20s, but hearing them laugh is still amazing. I hope you can hear that laughing. Oh, it just makes my heart happy. Okay, that one. Look at that. Oh no, I need one more. I was gonna say I brought out the exact right amount of clippies. Okay, so now I've got another blue one. Yes, we're going over first and then under. Sorry, have I moved that? Okay. Let's see. That's over. That should be under. That's when we went wrong. So I've still got one more. Oh, I haven't been pulling them down, that's why. Because it's like running out of ends and I've still got one whole strip left. There we go. Good old chap, my kitties. God, I love them. They're awesome humans. Okay. Yeah, look at that. We've come to the end, but we're supposed to have one more. I haven't done a very good job of pushing all this up by the looks of it. Under, over, and the last one. Hang on. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit mentally confused. It doesn't take much. Okay, let's see if we can. I'm getting discombobulated because there's this bit of white here, if you can, not in the middle, here. And I keep thinking that's the background, but it's not actually the background, it's just the print of, on the actual green material. But I keep thinking I've done something wrong because the background's showing. That's why it's tripping me up a bit. Okay, so we've got to the bottom of the, I did have one. Suppose I could just, I'm just gonna, can I pull that off? Oh no, I'll slip it off. I won't pull it off because I probably rip all my stitches, gather them all up and stuff. Okay, that can be used for another one. Okay, so there we go. So I am going to put more clips on here because I want to, who else loves these clips? Like, kudos to whoever thought we need to use these, because you were right, they are amazing. And I am getting stabbed far less, but I still get stabbed because I still use pins too. But I just can't find my pin cushion. I put it somewhere where I was stitching the other one, the other project, and I don't know what I did with it. I put it somewhere safe. Okay, so I've clipped that down so they won't undo, so I can stitch down here. So I'm just going to stitch here and stitch here and there. See how that looks like it's a gap in the background? It's not though. It keeps tripping So yeah, stitch that and that, and we've got ourselves a really pretty woven piece of fabric, and then we can decide what we want to do. So now, what do we want to do? So maybe I'm thinking running stitch. I just grabbed a handful, handful out of my thing, and just filled a, sorry for the rustling, but filled a Ziploc bag with some random thread. Just that, so that's all I have to choose from. So I'm tired, like I said, so I don't know what I want to do. So I just thought, oh look, there's excuse me, I'm gonna cough. Sorry about that. Because we got some blues in there, but we also got some greens. I'm leaning towards doing stitching in one direction in one color, like a blue, and I've got a green here. So for a background, and then I'm keeping it the square, and then stitching the heart into it. So over all the background stitching with something here. See how shimmery that is? And I could couch. Do I have something I could couch, like some pretty yarn or something? We could couch a heart onto that in a something. I'm thinking something neutral, something like that. I like that. I like it shiny. Do I have green that's not shiny? I don't really like shiny green. Oh, well, I could use this. What I was using. Yeah, my bad. Could just use that. Is that what I was using? Is that the same thing? No, it's different. Okay, put that back in the baggie. Oh, some nice pale magenta. That does not look like a magenta. I think you got your words wrong. Oh, I love this colour. It's so pretty. I'm really leaning towards the, maybe we could okay, what I'm going to do, I know I want to do now is to stitch a green one way and then a blue the other way, just for the background, just to kind of consolidate it all. Did I pick what blue I wanted? I don't want a shiny blue. I want something, I might go for this blue. And we'll do that in one way and then the other, and that gives us the background. I don't want that one. Okay, and I'm going to keep those there because I have an idea. So I'm just going to stick with this, what I was using. So this is embroidery floss. I got it at an op shop, which is probably why it broke when I first started using it. And I'm just using the one thread, because I did try two, but one broke and I didn't want to rethread it again. I'm just about off screen, sorry about that. Okay, so I am just going to do running stitch with my green just along here like this, and then I'm going to clean up all those threads once it's all stitched down. So I'm going to do that. So I might just pause you because I don't know that you want to sit much. Let me just stitch running stitch the whole time. show you the idea I have for the heart when we get back. Okay. Alright, so yep, just running stitch backwards and forwards. I'll see you in a bit. Hello, I'm back having stitching, and I've cleaned up all the threads from my square. There's the back. So yeah, I just used one, no, not that one, maybe, oh, sorry, bit confused, one strand of floss, and I did blue going in this direction, and then green going in this direction. So this is actually the back, but I just love the ripples. It just looks pretty. And so that's the front with all the weaving stitched down. I'm a bit close, sorry. So yeah, so that's the background done. And so it's been several hours. I haven't been stitching the whole time. I did, my kids were amazing. They kept coming in, tag team, and Mum would bring me tea, and they bought me a bowl of chips, and someone else bought me chocolate, and it was fantastic. But they've gone to bed now, so that's a bit sad. So yeah, so I did have a little break because I did get very tired, but I managed to finish the stitching, and I genuinely do like how that looks. And so for the heart, and I realised I started the next step without turning the video on, so I will show you. So I've crocheted, because I liked the neutrals to do the heart, and they're not quite the same colour. So I've got this pearly colour, and then this taupe kind of. I don't know if it's going to show up on your screen the same as what I've got. Those computer screens show it differently, but so they're just slightly different. And I got a 2.0 millimeter hook. In Australia, we don't get the letters like I know they do in America, like J, K, Y. I'm not really sure, but we don't do the letters, it's just the millimeters. So this is a 2.0 millimeter hook, and I have just crocheted a length of single chain, and what I want to do is crochet it again, because then I want to couch this down into a heart on the square. So yeah, we'll be leaving the square as a whole. I won't be cutting this one into a heart shape, because yeah, I just had the idea of couching. This might be a bit too small. This is a bit too small. Where did I put my crochet hooks? So yeah, I had the idea of crocheting, crocheting something, I just so it had texture and dimension, and then I want to crochet it again, you know, to just kind of make it sort of jump out a little bit more, and see how we go with that. And if I don't like it, I can always pull it apart. So, you know, no harm, no foul. So we're just doing that, and then the idea is then to just couch this on, or just maybe stitch it through the middle, because crochet can sit flat when you're just doing a single. Can you see that? So I could just stitch down in the middle. Is that still called couching if you're not going side to side? I don't know. If you do know, let me know please, because that would be great. But I could just stitch it on. Is that applique? I don't know. There's all these little fuzzy areas I don't know about. So yeah, I thought I would just crochet this already bit of crochet, which I love doing. It's kind of like cable spinning. If there's any yarn spinners out there, you know, where you spin your already spun wool and you make cable wool. Oh, just the texture of it is just brilliant. And so I kind of like doing that with this as well. So this isn't going to be very big. I don't know that that really matters. It's not as big as I wanted it to be, if I'm really honest. Just a joy to, even when I was in the hospital, I had a bunch of K3N's playlists downloaded, and I was just watching that while I was in hospital. And you know, I mean, I couldn't do any stitching there, but you know, you can watch it and then do the stuff later when you're well enough. I just love it, and I'm just still crochet. I literally just crocheted. I still love my crochet, but I don't have a crochet community. But stitching, the community is like, kudos if you're part of the community that's in the slow stitching community, or stitching, or whatever, embroidery or whatever. I just kudos, because you're all lovely. I've yet to meet a stitching person that just kind of got on my nerves. You know, just I didn't like the vibe, because you know, they like just were whingy, or you know, weren't my kind of person or something. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I hope you understand. But anyway, my point being is, kudos for all being lovely and kind. You're all kind to each other in the Facebook groups. And if anyone asks for help, so if you could see this while I've been rambling on, the tail end, I didn't really want to cut it because it is slippy, and I figured it would just unravel unless I stitched it within an inch of its life. But I just took it up the side there, and now I'm going to thread my needle down through here and just do some more stitches to anchor these little bits so they don't unravel as well, because this slippery thread does, well, it is slippery, funnily enough, and so I feel like it will just unravel if you give it even the tiniest option to unravel. It will just unravel. So yeah, so the face group book groups, they're just well done, people, for just showing kindness and support to each other, and you know, just makes me feel better about life in general, and humanity as a whole, and all that kind of thing, because you're all just beautiful. And just kind of stumbled on these groups, and I'm just really grateful. And I'm getting all weird and sentimental again. Oh well, I hope you don't mind. You know, we should be grateful for these things, like the chance to be kind to complete strangers is an opportunity that happens like all the time, and not everyone embraces that. And yeah, I'm just really grateful to be part of a couple of communities that genuinely have these beautiful people in them. And if you're part of those communities, well, I love you. Well done. And if you're not, I suggest go and join them, because they are just beautiful. Okay, so rambling aside, here's the crochet chain crocheted again, and then stitch down onto the square. Now it's still looking a bit lacking, I want to say. Kind of like these dangly bits. I'm kind of feeling like I want to make this into a little tassel. So I'm going to do this, bring this in here, do a back stitch, and then bring it down. I don't want the tassel that long, so I'll go up here. So make it, wait a minute, am I on camera? Yes, I am. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. Okay, and then we're going to go through there. Now we don't want to pull it all the way up because I want to create a tassel. So I'm just pinching it down with my finger so I can stop it pulling up, and then do another stitch to anchor it. See, I've got that little loop there, and then I'm just going to keep doing that till I run out of this thread because I like the little tassel. Tassels are cool. And again, just bring it up, anchor it. I'm going to go to this side because the other side's getting a bit stitch heavy. And I've managed to make knots. Yay. Okay. That, and I think I accidentally pulled that down a bit. Okay. And then an anchoring stitch. Boom. Then we go down again, fold it up, pinch it down, go on this side, and do an anchoring stitch. Stops wiggling, and then another one, fold it. We're going to get a little tassel, pinch it down. Just working out how I want to finish this off. Anchor that down because I'm getting to the end of my thread. So let's trim all this. That's not part of that. Okay, I'm going to trim these two bits because they were the tail ends. Put my little thing. So just cut them because they'll just fold it in half. So what I might do is just wrap this around to bring them all in together because they look a bit straggly, to be honest. Not that that matters, straggly is your thing, go for it. And I'm going to bring the needle out right underneath to kind of pinch that down, give that a bit of a securing, and then bring it right up in the middle of it again. Just do that a couple of times to anchor the point where all the tassels meet. Just randomly add tassels to the end of the heart. I hope that's okay. It's a weird thing to do. And they're not that noticeable because they're neutral colour, but I don't know, I hope that's okay. Okay. Alright, that's probably enough of that. And we are going to just do a couple of stitches in there, lock it in place. Now, here we go. So we've got our heart and a little just random tassel. Trying to make sure all the tassel ends. Oh, look at that. They are practically all the same length. Oh, that's impressive. Unplanned, but impressive. Okay. That's right. I was then going to stitch. Maybe I was going to do it in the neutral colours, but maybe we should get some. Sorry for yawning. We should get some, like, actual popping colour happening, or just something, ooh, striking. How about that? Do we like that? And we could just do running stitch around and keep doing that till we like go out. And I'm just wondering about the edges actually. Should I do something to the edges? I could add, I don't know, I've got ways. Oh, that just covers up all the, don't like that. I've got some strips. Do we want to finish it off nicely? I'm not sure what to do about the edges. I wish you could tell me, give me some clues, but I'll probably be finished it by the time you give me clues. So, okay, I've just pulled on the wrong thing. I was pulling on the edge, but I wasn't. Okay, can just do it with a normal running stitch. I have to use the other end because it's so yeah, I haven't done it with a running stitch that I can remember. I was gonna do this on the second row of stitching. Silly me, I forgot. Okay, that's alright. We've started now. Do I like it? Like I said, we can always clip it. And undo it and start again, or do something completely different. Oh, I kind of like that. Should have done smaller stitches going around the curves though, because I do know that with this, that it's better to have a lot more smaller stitches on the curves, because it gets a bit kind of geometric-y looking if you're not careful, like hexagony or something. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. Hello. I'm back. Finishing this square. It's been a second for you guys, but it's actually been a couple of days for me. I don't know where they went. They've just kind of been resting, and yeah, all of a sudden it was just meant to have a couple of hours break, but it's been days. So back so I can finish this off. Yeah, just really been trying to have some ideas about how to finish this, and I've been getting like lace and edging and going in the edges, and nothing's really kind of struck my fancy. But I like this ribbon. This actually came wrapped around Easter eggs. I took the ribbon and everyone else got the Easter eggs, but I didn't kind of like it just kind of sitting there like a flat thing. So I figured we embrace the crochet a little bit more, and we crochet the ribbon. I don't know if any of you have done that. Gives amazing texture depending on the ribbon and the hook size and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, it's definitely gives the, like, if you like the ribbon and you like colour, but you just don't want to like sit it flat. I mean, there's plenty of ways to stitch it so it will not sit like a flat thing, but I like the idea of crocheting it because I kind of feel like it's I mean, obviously very dimensional, but I'm not sure this hook's going to be big enough. What's that? It's a 4. Maybe take a look at it. This one looks a bit bigger. 4.5. Okay, try this one. Kind of reminds me of the sewn ribbon flowers, you know, so not that it will look like flowers, but it will just have this really cool dimension with the crochet. And I'm not fussy about whether it's twisted or going in whatever direction for the is that on camera yet? For the thing. I could make sure that the shiny side was always going to one direction, but I'm not going to worry about that because we're just going to crochet this. I'm struggling to get this through. I've stopped at the exact same spot as before. There we go. Let's just push on through. So yeah, you might need to kind of crunch your ribbon up a little bit. Yeah. It's kind of a really cool ropey dimension. It's just a better, well, I think for this particular piece of stitching, it just, you know, links the dimension in from this crochet piece. I actually love the border. I think that was exactly what it needed. And I'm just going to finish a couple of stitches. Thread that through for the knot. Snip, snip. There we go. And so I'm going to keep the little tails there because I think they're cute, and who doesn't love a tassel, right? And I'm actually going to call that finished. So it's got a running stitch this way in blue, running stitch that way in green. Then I got this thread, and I got the two colours, a pearl colour and a taupe colour, and crocheted a long chain, and then crocheted that crochet chain, and that made the heart. And then I did the wrapping stitch in red around the heart, and then I crocheted. So I crocheted this with a 2.0 crochet hook. And then I crocheted this with a 4.5 hook, and like you can see, I don't know if you can see very well, but I've done that on purpose of looping the big stitches over, just so it's kind of running with the ribbon. Could have made it invisible, but I like the color contrast, and it's in here as well, so it all kind of joins up, and that's what I kind of like. But I hope everyone stays well, and wherever you are in the world, you're safe and you're doing well, and hope you will have a good week, and take care.